we're about to journey to some of the most extreme environments on the planet. Places where one wrong step could be your last. These aren't your average stroll in the park. These are trails that test the limits of human endurance and courage. Are you an adventure lover? Do you have the courage to walk on death-defying trails? From narrow ridges above the clouds to cliffside wooden planks, today we bring you the world's most dangerous hiking trails, only for the bravest explorers. First up, we're headed to China, home to Mount Huashan and what's been dubbed its most dangerous hike. Now imagine this, you're clinging to the side of a mountain, 7,000 feet above the ground, your life hanging by a thread. Or should I say, a few wooden planks. This, my friends, is the plank walk. We're talking about a series of narrow wooden platforms bolted precariously to the sheer cliff face. You'll be relying on chains drilled into the rock for dear life as you inch your way across. Every gust of wind, every creak of the wood will have you questioning your sanity. But let me tell you, the people who make it, who conquer this beast, they don't just talk about the fear. They talk about the adrenaline, the sheer exhilaration, the feeling of being on top of the world. Would you have the guts to take on the plank walk? From the towering peaks of China, we journey to the sun-drenched cliffs of Spain, to a path once considered the most dangerous walkway in the world, El Caminito del Rey. Built back in 1905, it was originally a service route for workers at a nearby hydroelectric power plant. But over the years, neglect and the relentless forces of nature took their toll. The path crumbled, sections collapsed entirely, and it claimed the lives of several hikers, earning it the chilling nickname, the King's Little Pathway to Heaven. By 2000, the authorities had seen enough and closed it to the public, but the allure of danger, the challenge of conquering this notorious trail, it never really faded. So, after extensive renovations, El Caminito del Rey was reborn in 2015. They rebuilt the walkway, reinforced it with steel and concrete, and added safety lines and railings. But even with these safety measures, it remains a walk on the wild side. Imagine this. You're traversing a narrow path, barely a meter wide in places, clinging to the cliff face hundreds of feet above the roaring Guadalhorce River below. Every step you take, you can feel the void pulling at you, urging you to look down. This is for the thrill seekers, the ones who crave adventure, who want to stare fear in the face and say, "Not today." Now we're headed to the heart of the American Southwest, to a place where the very landscape seems to conspire against you, the maze, in Utah's Canyonlands National Park. Forget towering cliffs and narrow ridges, here the danger is far more insidious. This is a labyrinth of sandstone canyons, a place where getting lost isn't just a possibility, it's practically a guarantee. The maze is not a hike for the unprepared or the faint of heart. It's remote, unforgiving, and demands your absolute respect. The trails are unmarked, the canyons twist and turn in on themselves, and the searing desert heat can sap your strength faster than you can say water break. One wrong turn, one misread map, and you could find yourself hopelessly disoriented, wandering further and further from civilization. But for those with the experience, the preparation, and the unwavering sense of direction, the maze offers a unique and rewarding challenge. For our next adventure, we're traveling to the breathtaking Drakensberg mountain range in South Africa, home to a hike so demanding that even reaching the starting point is an accomplishment in itself, the Drakensberg Traverse. Forget gently sloping trails and well-marked paths. Here you're thrown straight into the deep end. To even begin this grueling 40-mile trek, you'll need nerves of steel and a good head for heights. Picture this. You're standing at the base of a sheer rock face, staring up at two rickety chain ladders that seem to disappear into the clouds. That's your welcome mat to the Drakensberg Traverse. One wrong move, one slip of the hand, and it's a long way down. Once you've conquered this initial obstacle, the real challenge begins. The Drakensberg Traverse is not for the faint of heart. We're talking about days of hiking through rugged, unforgiving terrain, navigating steep cliffs, narrow ridges, and exposed scrambles. And if that wasn't enough, you've got the unpredictable mountain weather to contend with. One minute you can be basking in glorious sunshine, the next you're battling howling winds, freezing rain, or even snow. From the wilds of Africa, we return to the United States to one of the most iconic and awe-inspiring hikes in the national park system, Angel's Landing, in Zion National Park. Now this is a hike that needs no introduction. It's a pilgrimage for outdoor enthusiasts, a bucket list item for adrenaline junkies, and a surefire way to test your fear of heights. Imagine this. You're on a narrow spine of rock, thousands of feet above the canyon floor, with sheer drop-offs on either side. The wind is whipping through the canyon, trying to pry you off the mountain, and the only thing between you and a very long fall is a chain bolted to the rock. Welcome to Angel's Landing. The final half-mile of this hike is what legends are made of. It's a heart-stopping scramble across a narrow ridge, so exposed and precipitous that it said only an angel could land there. But trust me, the reward is worth every white-knuckle step. The views from Angel's Landing are simply breathtaking. Let's journey to the heart of the Andes Mountains, to the ancient Inca city of Machu Picchu in Peru. This lost city in the clouds is a wonder in itself, but for those seeking an even greater challenge, there's Huayna Picchu, the towering peak that overlooks the ruins. Now, reaching Machu Picchu is an achievement in itself, but conquering Huayna Picchu? That's a whole other level. This is a hike that will test your lungs, your legs, and your nerve. We're talking about steep, often slippery steps carved by the Incas centuries ago, winding their way up the mountainside. The air gets thinner with every step, the views more spectacular, and the drops more terrifying. The steps themselves are narrow, uneven, and often crumbling, requiring careful footing and a good dose of courage. But, let me tell you, the view from the top, it's like stepping into a postcard. For our final adventure, we're heading to the Himalayas, to the tiny kingdom of Bhutan, where we'll tackle what's widely regarded as the most difficult trek in the world, the Snowman Trek. Now, this isn't just a hike, it's an expedition. We're talking about 24 days of trekking through some of the most remote and challenging terrain on the planet. This is not a journey for the faint of heart. The Snowman Trek will test you in ways you never thought possible. You'll be battling altitude sickness, extreme weather conditions, and the constant threat of hypothermia. You'll be crossing high mountain passes, some over 17,000 feet, where the air is thin and every breath is a struggle. Many who attempt this trek don't even finish, forced to turn back by the harsh conditions, the physical demands, or the sheer mental fortitude required to keep going. But for those who do complete the Snowman Trek, the rewards are immeasurable. So there you have it, the world's most dangerous hiking trails. From the dizzying heights of Mount Huashan's Plank Walk to the treacherous beauty of the Snowman Trek, these trails offer a glimpse into the heart of adventure. These are the places where fear and exhilaration collide, where the human spirit is tested and triumphs. Would you dare to try any of them? Which one looks the most terrifying? Let us know in the comments below. And if you love adventure, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more thrilling travel content. See you in the next adventure.